In my fund of futures, they have several trading plans to choose from, but the plan I most often trade is the starter plan. Now, before we jump into this and I show you guys why I like to trade the starter plan, I want to let you guys know right now, my fund of futures is having a massive sale. You can get the starter plan for only $82. And guess what? Once you pass the evaluation, there is zero activation fees. So let's come over and take a look at why I like the expert plan so much. Now, in the 50K accounts, we have the starter plan, we have the starter plus, there's the expert, and you also have the eval to live. So why do I pick the starter plan? Well, one, it is the cheapest plan out there. Number two, I get the most amount of drawdown within this plan. If we look at the trailing drawdown, we get $2,500. And if we look at the starter plus plan for the 50K account, we only get $2,000 drawdown. In the expert plan, we only get $2,000 drawdown. In the eval to live account, you only get $1,500 of drawdown. So for me, it's pretty much a no-brainer. I pay less for the evaluation, I get more drawdown, which then makes it easier to pass the evaluation phase. Also, when we come over and look at the starter plan, let's look at the profit objective. I only have to make $3,000. In the starter plus plan, you also only have to make $3,000. However, in the expert plan, you must make $4,000. And in the eval to live account, you also have to make $3,000. Now, there are a lot of other differences within these plans, like consistency rules, scaling plans, and such. But if we come right over here to FAQ, and then I just simply click in starter, I go right here where it says starter account overview. Now, when you come down here, effective January 1st of 2025, which we're already past that date, the starter plan is no longer available in the 100K and 150K accounts. So if you want to trade the starter plan, it's only available in the 50K account sizes. Now, if we scroll down here real quick and look at some things that make this a very attractive account size. One of them, it says it's the easiest path to live. However, that is no longer the case. The eval to live account now is the easiest path to a live account. So if you want to be on a live account ASAP, the eval live account would be for you. Potential weekly payouts. This is a big pro out here. And that is the fact that after 5 winning days, a trader can request a payout. Now in the 50K account, a trading day will, as a trader making $100. So weekly payouts are a possibility. Now there are daily loss limits within this account. In the starter plan, we have a daily loss limit of $1,200. However, the good news about this is if you hit the daily loss limit, it's only a soft breach. They basically put you in timeout for the day. At 6 p.m., you can trade the account once again. Now, something else that makes this account very, very appealing, no buffer zone, which means you don't have to make, let's say, $2,000, and then you can withdraw anything above, AKA the buffer zone. With Take Profit Trader, as long as you have 5 winning days of $100 or more, then you can request a payout. However, they do require you to leave $100 in the account. So if you only made $500, the max you would be able to withdraw would be $400. Now, we can only trade a max of 3 minis or 30 micros. There is a consistency rule of 40%, which really isn't that bad. If you're thinking about taking a payout after $1,000, then just don't let any one day be greater than $400. If you're going to wait till $2,000 to request a payout, don't let any one day be greater than $800. And you see right here, 5 winning days of $100 or more, possible weekly payouts. However, here's something else that, is appealing to a lot of traders, especially those traders that want to be put into a live account. You can see you'll be moved to a live funded account after 30 winning days or 5 payouts. So if you get 5 payouts, boom, you get put into a live account. Now, in the live account, it's basically going to be a static account. Now, the profit split after making $10,000 is a 90-10 profit split. And again, this is something else that makes my funded futures very appealing out here. Once you pass the evaluation, there is 0 activation fees. Now, let's talk about the maximum you can request per payout. In the 50K account, which is the only account size the starter plan is available for at the time of recording this video, you can only request a maximum of $1,200. The fact that you're able to do that on a weekly basis, think about that. You have the potential to withdraw $4,800 a month. Now, when we come over and we look at this scaling plan, this doesn't really trip me up too much. I don't mind this. I think it's actually a good thing because if you think about this, you only have $1,200 of drawdown because of the daily loss limit. You can see right here, if your account has less than $1,000 of profit, you can trade 1 mini or 10 micros. If you have a profit in your account of $1,000 to $2,000, you can trade 2 minis or 20 micros. If your account is really $2,000 or more, you can trade 3 minis or 30 micros. And I think that's fair enough, especially since we have the $1,200 daily loss limit. Now, if you'd like to see a more in-depth comparison between the starter and the starter plus plan, make sure to watch this next video right here.